Hello Pisces, so I'm doing your weekly tarot for June the 1st to the 8th. Please make sure as well that you're watching this reading on my channel, which is Phoenix Keia Tarot, because we've had a group of people who have been stealing my content, cutting it up and then re-uploading it onto their crappy AI channels. Okay, so yeah, my channel is Phoenix Keia Tarot. That is the only place that you're going to find your readings. I do have a couple of tarot channels, but they've all got my name connected to them. Okay, so yeah, just make sure that you're not watching stolen content. Right, so Pisces, for your situation this week, you've got the Raven and Magic. Now this one is very much connected to the Magician energy. Okay, it's very, very powerful. And the Magician is a reminder that the power comes from within you. Okay, so not the cards, not the stones or the runes per se, or the twigs and sticks, right? The dice, whatever. Those are just tools for you to focus on. Okay, the power inherently comes from within, and the same is true when you're trying to achieve anything in life. Okay, anything that you're trying to create, anything you're trying to manifest, the power comes from within you, and your focus is going to be absolute key to your success. Okay, so it says ritual, divination, spell work, and magician. Right, so we'll find out what is going on with that magic energy. I'm going to get the tarot out on all of this in a minute. The buffalo and abundance, yeah. So every part of the buffalo was honored. Okay, nothing was wasted by the indigenous individuals, the indigenous cultures. Okay, they never wasted a thing. They were very much in harmony with the land, with the earth, with everything. Okay, there was no such thing as leftovers or wastage. So that's why you will frequently find in cards that they use the buffalo imagery for abundance. Okay, generosity, supply, resources and gifts. And I feel that the universe is providing you, Pisces, with multiple gifts this week. And you know how it goes. Yeah, it's always best not to look a gift horse in the mouth. The combination of these two is you using all of the resources available to you in a very smart and wise manner. Okay, it's you making sure that nothing goes to waste. Now, this could also be a metaphor for past experiences as well. It might serve as a reminder of past experiences. None of it was a waste. Okay, especially in relationships and stuff like that, where you know, when people split and the first go-to that they usually come out with is, man, I can't believe I wasted 10 years on this person or 20 years on this person. Well, was it really a waste? Do you know what I mean? It's like, what was achieved in that amount of time? Was it really a waste? Likely not. Even if the other person was absolutely horrendous and horrific. Okay, maybe children came from that situation, aka not a fucking waste. Do you know what I mean? So there are gifts in everything, but without me getting into a lecture here, this combination, I definitely feel, Pisces, that there are a multitude of gifts and opportunities for you guys this week. Yeah, for you to take advantage of. Okay, and this is largely going to come down to your own ability to recognize, with this intelligent raven energy, to recognize the gifts and the opportunities that are in front of you. Okay. And again, remembering with the magician energy, you've got to be a very good, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm sorry, Pisces. I get a lot of brain fog sometimes. It's all part of my issues that are going on. I'm not thick. I just struggle with my brain. I can't think of the word. It's transmutation. There we go. You need to be very good at being able to transmutate the energies, right? Which means taking negative situations, which life typically does throw at us quite regular, and look for the opportunities in those otherwise horrible situations, okay? That's transmuting negative into positive and making it work for you, okay? That again is going to increase on your levels of abundance, okay? Now I also feel as well, Pisces, that it's likely you guys have got some additional finances that's coming in this week, okay? Which again is going to give you more choices and more opportunities, right? So taking that gift and finding ways, creative and intelligent ways, to double what you've got coming in. Do you know what I mean? So it's like finding, if this is finances, then finding smart ways of how you can invest on that, so that it will work for you, so that it will grow for you, and therefore increase on your abundance. So there's quite a lot that's going on with that energy, and again, not all of it is necessarily going to resonate for you, okay? You just got to use your own discernment and find what it is that resonates for you out of all of those messages, okay? Because these are still general readings. Not all Pisces are going through the exact same thing at the exact same time, okay? The Ace of Swords, that, wow, a breakthrough, a huge breakthrough at that, Pisces. So yeah, no more struggle. You really feeling that pressure alleviate from your shoulders this week, okay? And again, it's not that, if this is money, right, it's not that money buys happiness, but it does get you options. Yeah, the World, Strength, the Hermit. Interesting. 3 major arcana there, back to back with each other. So this is a significant lifestyle changes going on. When you get a lot of major arcana that are back to back like that, then it indicates that the next couple of years of your life actually are going to be really, really interesting. And there's nothing negative about this energy at all, okay? This is long-term success here. Very long-term success. So you're not looking at a flash-in-the-pan success, right? You're not looking at something that magically transforms overnight, okay? What you're looking at is the results of a lot of hard work, a lot of effort. A lot of effort that you've put in. The 5 of Cups and the Tower, right? Now this combination here is really interesting, because this combination indicates regret, failure, right? I feel that this one is saying that times, more recent times, have been particularly difficult for you, Pisces. In fact, I'm going to use the word horrendous of late. Okay, so this week might seem like it's too good to be true. I'm not convinced that this is current energy. I'm convinced that this is your thought process at some point on the verge of giving up. But you didn't actually give up because you knew deep down that you would regret it if you did. Because remember what it is that we're clarifying here, magic and abundance, with this huge breakthrough. And then these gorgeous 4 major arcanas, with 3 major arcanas. I don't know why, it's probably I was feeling a very strong energy off of that King of Pentacles. That might have been it, right? But like subconsciously, that's just the way that energy works. Subconsciously, I was looking at that, and that's... If you could reach your hand through the camera and feel what's coming off of that card, it feels very, very powerful. It's weird, right? So I'm convinced that this is saying that you're moving away from this Five of Cups and the Tower energy. It's been really rough. Really, really rough. This is the energies that you're leaving behind. Okay, no more struggles. I'm also understanding this as being your possible expectations as well. You might be expecting for something to go horrendously wrong. I don't think it is gonna, Pisces. I really, really don't. Genuinely, hand on heart, I do not think that this is going to go horrendously wrong. I think that this is going to go massively right for you. I really, really do. So just make sure that you're keeping on top of any sort of Five of Cups energies, any doubts, anything like that, okay? There is the potential here as well for self-sabotage. I am going to say that. So again, just keep in mind when you recognize that that is a risk, that is what is about to happen, you can control that and you can rein it back in again. Okay. Right, why is this happening? Creativity and the spider. Yeah, the spider never gives up either. Like, really. Art, expression, and problem solving. There's a solution to every single problem, to every single issue. There are always solutions. It just depends entirely on how creative you want to get with it. Okay. Not giving up is vital. It is absolutely vital. A spider never quits. Spider never gives up. Spider keeps going. I apologize to any arachnophobes here. Can you tell us more about this catalytic energy? You will find a way. You will find a solution. Okay, you always do, Pisces. Page of Wands, Ace of Wands, the Two of Cups, and the Four of Wands. You might need support, right? We've got a significant milestone here. And speaking of creativity, again, a very potent combination for creativity, taking the initiative, okay? Page of Wands with an Ace of Wands. This combination is saying, Pisces, even if you feel like you don't know what you're doing, just wing it. Like, seriously, just wing it. Because truth be told, the vast majority of us are actually just winging it. Okay? But taking the initiative and getting something started is, honestly, is the first step. With the Two of Cups and the Four of Wands, I feel that there is someone here around you that is wanting to support you. At every single step of the way here. Okay? This Four of Wands can also indicate a celebration as well. Okay. Right, what's going on in your blind spot? Labyrinth and the Journey, Sacred Journey, Spiritual Quest, Life Review, Inventory, and Hermit Energy. Right? So in your blind spot, apparently this week, the situations that unfold for you this week, it is part of your own life journey or your soul's mission, if you will. Okay. And yes, absolutely, you're going to find yourself doing some sort of life review here. It's really important that we do this once every couple of years, just so that we can make sure that our life is headed in the way that we're wanting it to. Okay, that life review is so, so important. I feel as well that this is to do with delving into either your own spirituality or delving into your own subconscious. Okay, you figuring out why you do certain things in certain ways, or figuring out what it is that's been maybe keeping you stuck or making you feel lost. Okay, because it is a labyrinth, right? They're saying here that when you take stock of everything that you've been through and go within, dig deep, go within with the Hermit energy, you will find the answers that you need. Okay, King of Swords, interesting, in your blind spots. So yeah, you might have tried to approach this spiritual journey of yours from a logical logical viewpoint. Bear in mind, logic and spirituality, it's a lot like oil and water. Okay, the reason being, spiritual things cannot always be explained away logically. Okay, that's because like science and physics and everything, it's still got a lot of catching up to do. To try and articulate what's going on a spiritual level can be really, really difficult. Okay, there are so many things here that science and physics is unable to explain yet. Okay, like give it another couple of 100 years and there's going to be pretty much answers to a lot of spiritual things that we cannot articulate or explain in this day and age. Do you know what I mean? So approach it from the spiritual angle, because you are on a spiritual journey. You don't need to have all of the answers all of the time. And often when we don't have all of the answers, we become frustrated. Okay. So yeah, just keep an eye out. Yeah, exactly. The Five of Pentacles at Judgment. Exactly. So I am getting the impression here, Pisces, that someone has made you feel, likely through something that they said, something that you heard, someone has made you feel like you're doing your spiritual journey incorrectly. And that's bullshit. That's absolute bullshit. And you know what? I hate people like that, who make others feel like they are not doing their journey properly. I absolutely hate that. It's narcissism of the highest degree. It really is. Right? Because who the fuck are they to tell other people that their journey is wrong or their experiences are wrong? Do you know what I mean? Your experiences are your experiences, and they can only be experienced by you. That is no one else's place to tell you how to be spiritual or how, do you know what I mean? It's your journey. They're on their journey, you're on your journey. Everybody should stick to their own fucking lane, right? This is going on a very deep subconscious level here, where we've got some Pisceans who are believing that they've done something wrong here. And you've not done anything wrong at all, Pisces. Okay? You've not done anything wrong at all. So when you're doing this self-evaluation here, make sure that you're not judging yourself up against other people, up against what other people have been saying. Okay? Be really, really careful about where you're taking your advice from. Because there's a lot of people out there who are giving advice, and honestly, they haven't got a fucking clue. And they've gathered a huge following as well, which is really, really worrying. Massively worrying. Okay, so be really, really careful about who you're taking your advice from here. If it doesn't sit right within you, then don't take it on board. It really is that simple. This has been confusing your mind, and it's been confusing your own journey. Okay. So yeah, definitely do that review. Okay. What it is that's working for you, the Serpent and healing. So obviously healing is what is working for you, and by all accounts you're doing a fantastic job as well. Okay, in spite of this over here, you are actually coming on in leaps and bounds on your own healing journey. Okay, it says powerful magic, alchemy, and regeneration. That's what's working for you. Shedding of the old skin. Realizing that it's okay to outgrow certain things or certain people or certain ways of doing things. Okay, look at these cards now, all coming out off balance. You got the Six of Pentacles, that one wants to be in the reverse, and a Page of Cups, also off center. It's all off balance, right? What's working for you, Pisces? Here's the thing. Here's the thing. We've got being taken advantage of, and being able to recognize when others are taking advantage of you. Okay. This is you cutting off certain people's supply or access to you, right? But then we got feelings of guilt coming off of you surrounding that. Okay. You should never feel guilty for protecting your own energy. Okay. And definitely, yes, someone has been taking advantage of you here, because this is an abuse of your generosity. And I also feel as well like someone has been potentially trying to throw something back in your face. Oh, well, I never fucking asked you to. Do you know what I mean? It's vile. It's absolutely vile. Instead of them being just a decent individual. Oh, thank you so much for that, Pisces. Oh, thank you for your help there, Pisces. I do appreciate that, right? But no, instead of that, it's, oh, I never fucking asked you to, right? Pull back your energy away from people like that. That's what's going to work for you. This guilt here is absolutely 100% misplaced, okay? That is misplaced guilt. That's also saying, Pisces, that you don't have anything to apologize for here. Okay. You genuinely don't. So again, don't take that on board. Take your power back. Every step of the way. How it's likely going to play out. You've got the skull and death. Okay. And it says end, mourning, grief, and rebirth. So it's the same as the death card in traditional tarot, basically. Okay. You giving yourself permission, space, and time required to grieve whatever it is that you're needing to grieve. Okay. There is an ending here. However, this type of ending is a good one, because it means that you're no longer put in so much time, efforts, and energy towards individuals who are doing very little, if anything, back for you. Okay, Three of Pentacles. Look how that one's come out. It's come out off balance. You're going to be very, very choosy in future about who you share with, who you associate with. Yeah. King of Cups. Emotional, available people only in future. Every single step of the way. Every single step of the way. Knight of Wands. You know, strangely enough, Pisces, yeah, I was going to say, you do have a loving, possibly romantic offering that's coming in for you here. Okay, so your ability to attract positivity and positive people and healthy people into your sphere of influence is at an all-time high this week. Okay, you are attracting another person here. Okay, definitely is going to be romantic for some of you, but obviously not for all. Okay, because not everybody is, you know, looking for love or anything like that, and that's absolutely fine. Okay, this is saying that you're going to notice how people start responding to you differently, right? Because you're putting these rules in place, And they're not spoken rules, they're energetic rules. And because of those energetic rules that you're putting in place, people are naturally responding to you in a much different way. Okay. You'll find actually, Pisces, that you're ending this cycle of having people who are just users being attracted to you. That's what's ending here. Yeah, look, the Magician at the bottom of that deck. You started your reading with the Magician energy. You're ending your read with the Magician energy. That's how focused you are this week. Right, can we have healing for Pisces, please? Okay. Imrama, where are you being called to journey to? This indicates a physical journey or a spiritual one. You're definitely on an intense spiritual journey at the moment, Pisces. Definitely. Imrama means journey of the soul. A voyage on which we don't know where we're going, but our soul knows the way. Okay. So again, you cannot possibly put human logic on to a spiritual journey. It's not going to work. You have to approach it from the spiritual angle. Okay. Right, let's see if I can get you the full healing message for this one. It's going to take me a little minute to find the cards, because then the cards are not numbered. Let me see. Okay, so it says the Celtic word Imrama means journey of the soul. The voyage on which we don't know where we're going, but our soul does know the way. If you pulled this card, you're either being called on a soul journey or you're already on one. It could be to a physical ancient place or a metaphorical one. When we journey to places that our soul remembers, then a shift takes place, both within us and to the planet as well. You're being called to journey to a place that is sacred to your soul. Perhaps it is to journey to the world's sacred sites, or called to cross the country or climb a mountain, to lie on the desert floor, or to drink from an ancient well. There are places to see and old friends to meet. I see spontaneous pilgrimage. Oh, I see spontaneous pilgrimages in your future. If a physical voyage isn't possible, then journey through the portal of your heart. Follow the invisible soul trail and be willing to explore. Maybe read a book or watch a movie about a sacred time or place. Or perhaps you're being called to study an ancient lineage or a body of work. Whatever your circumstances, your soul is ready to journey deep. Okay. I mean, that's quite a loaded message, really, isn't it? I would take from that one, Pisces, that you're getting to know who you are on a much deeper level, beyond the physical world and the physical concerns. Okay, you're really discovering what your true soul essence is. And not everybody gets to do that. They really don't. A lot of people are just sleepwalking through their lives, right? A lot of people are. That's not appropriate for a Pisces. Right, so here you go. Here's your cheeky messages. Stop focusing on the damn shit and ask yourself, is it worth the fucking effort, right? Anything that's not worth your effort, don't focus on it, right? And then laugh until you fart and happiness will follow. So there we go. There's your advice for the week, Pisces. But yeah, that is what I have for you guys today. I genuinely hope that that reading has been helpful. For personal readings with me, my website is phoenixkeiatarot.com. The link for that is in my description box below. Don't forget to check out Otter Spirit as well. Their information and a discount code is also down below in my description box. They create these beautiful gemstone bracelets, and they actually donate a portion of every sale to the Wild Otter charities as well. So yeah, they're definitely worth checking out. Thank you so very much for watching, Pisces, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.